Gregory.
Yeah, if you make a bend bars check, you can pull the chains off of Gregory.
Oh shit, that's not a very good chance. Okay.
Oh, and wait, that last round was the first round of combat, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Just trying to keep track of the heat metal.
Oh shit. That's gonna suck.
Yeah, no, unfortunately no good. Gregory still remains very firmly wrapped up in his chains. Spivey.
Am I in the bush?
I suppose you're just standing in front of it, but you can duck back into it if you want.
Okay. What I would like to do is take a half move, like kind of through the bush to about here, and hide in shadows and move silently in the bush if I can.
Yeah.
And
So I suppose everybody else sees Spivey suddenly disappear as he goes into the bush.
yeah. And then I suppose I still have a half move left.
Yep.
Which is C12. It's 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I?
Your boots?
Yeah. Yeah, because of my magic boots. Can I pass underneath its arms?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's like 15 foot tall. So.
yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So with a 30-foot move, I'm able to get to its back-like area. Can I do a backstab with the dagger?
It does not have a spine, so no.
Okay. Then in that case...
But you can get the +4 to hit, just not the bonus damage.
Ah, okay. Dagger, so large creature, hit, and miscellaneous bonus of +4 to hit. Okay, AC -9. Wow, I rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's definitely a hit, so go ahead and roll for damage. That's a 19 as well, so that's actually a crit too. So double weapon damage.
Okay. So I suppose another D3 will do her?
Yep.
D3. So 9 damage, maximum.
Nice. Yep, so you kind of cut into the thing from behind and you cut out a chunk from it, doing noticeable damage to it.
Okay.
Dracus. You're able to evade the chains.
Oh, is there anybody else that's got a chain on them?
Grim is unconscious and is wrapped up in chains, as is Gregory.
Grim. The character next to me right here?
Yeah.
Is there any way I can cut one of the chains in between him and the mass of them?
You can attempt to break the chains with a bend bars lift gates roll.
Let me see how bad my roll is on that.
Yeah, it's got to be a living corporeal vertebrate to get a backstab, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And usually it says you can't get it against large-sized things or things bigger than you too, unless you can get up high enough. But
yeah.
I usually allow it anyway.
You carry a step ladder around with you.
Because you can slice
I'm
its
just gonna
arteries and stuff in its groin or something.
Yeah, or hamstring it even, anything.
I'm just gonna pour a potion of healing in his mouth.
Yep.
Two that 4 + 2, right?
Yeah, if it's
Well,
just
wait
a
a minute.
normal potion of healing.
Actually, what I have is I actually have the extra healing, which is 3.8. Right?
But you rolled really well. Don't take it back. You rolled a 9.
Okay.
I would be happy with that. Yeah, Grim, you wake up on 9 health. but you're on the ground and wrapped up in chains, and there's this horrible monster in front of you.
Good morning.
And since you're conscious, I'll allow you to make a Ben Bars lift gates roll to break free of the chains.
I was about to be a D20, would it?
It's a D100. That is not a success. Now you're unable to break the chains around you.
And knows about not being able to break the chains.
Yeah.
So I will throw a blindness spell at the creature's eye.
Okay.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello.
Okay, so I guess like the bolt of blackness flies towards the creature's eye, but it kind of bends around the creature and dissipates. It doesn't seem to affect it. Hausk.
Hausk's going to rush at the thing and cold shot its eyes twice.
MVP.
MVP. I think is my mouse backward? No. Is it? No.
It was a hamster. It was a gerbil. It wasn't a mouse.
Yeah. He'll fly at the eye, go heroically in his ultimate Mary Sooness, and he will swing twice in an attempt to absolutely murder the monster.
Yeah, so called shots to the eye at Nick 6.
Yep.
Those are both still hits.
The last one's a crit too. Versus
Yeah.
large, right?
So yeah, double weapon damage. So another 2d6.
MVP.
Broken as shit!
Yeah, so you kind of stab into the spear twice, and you deal a hefty amount of damage to the creature, but it's still on its feet.
Holy shit.
That's a fucking strong monster. Jesus.
Doral.
How much damage have we done at this point?
Dural is going to make a mace attack with the Alufine's mace.
Yep.
From behind, hopefully.
Yep. Back attack as well.
Okay. +2. It's an AC -8.
That's a hit.
Okay. And 10 damage. And then he won't even bother making the dagger attack because he knows it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, so I guess you smack the thing kind of around the side of its whatever its head is. And it collapses to the ground to the side here as it falls off the well and remains still as like a pile of just goop.
Yay.
Spivey's going to step back as it, I don't know, does it just lose consistency and start expanding as though it were just mud or something?
Like a
Yeah,
puddle.
just like basically, it just falls apart. I mean, it's still pretty solid, so it doesn't like spread out too much. But
Yeah.
Grim and Gregory are still wrapped up in the chains, and they're starting to get hot. Actually, but,
Good timing.
Maybe they get so hot that we can break them.
not quite. But now that it's dead, you guys can just like pull the chains off you. Like they're not gripped around you anymore. You can just unwrap them.
Oh shit! All right.
So, if there's...
I'll assist Grim in getting the chains off of him.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and shrug them off. And try and get back to my feet.
We're out of combat, right?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's the end of combat.
I guess Spivey is going to pull out his longsword and push the chains around and try to search through this crap for treasure of any kind.
I'm gonna run up to Grim and cast Cure Serious Wounds.
Sure. And there is a small. As you kind of poke around, you find like a small little jewelry box in there, and it all smells absolutely foul and dead.
Yeah.
Phylactery!
It also has this kind of weird, sweet smell as well, almost like how bodies tend to smell. They tend to smell a little sweet.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the box out of there. How big is it?
It's like jewelry box size, so it's like
Uh,
a brick. It's like brick size.
okay, so I'm gonna bring it over to this bush, I guess, and just sort of put it down right in front of the bush. And I'm gonna drop trow and like pee on it to see if I can clean it off with urine.
Because that's how we clean stuff.
Yeah.
What? I would
It's
disinfect
sterile.
it.
Sterile urine.
Yeah.
Now the box has herpes.
We'll just use this. We'll just use this uric acid.
Oexel was flying towards the box, but has now done a U-turn.
Well, it probably smells better now, actually. But yeah, sure. Yeah, you can kind of urinate some of the gunk off, I guess.
Oh, but it doesn't get all of it off?
No, there's just not enough urine in the bladder.
Okay. Okay.
We need to cross streams.
More
I'm
more
gonna-
herpes and AIDS.
Is there still like one of those rope things on the well anywhere? Rope with a bucket type of deal with a crank and all that shit?
Sure, but it's all covered in gunk too.
Fuck.
Like the latch is free if you controlled the stream, I guess. You could like, get the latch open without having to touch the stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'll undo the latch.
Yeah, so inside the little jewelry box, there's a nice looking necklace and there's a small little pouch.
Oh.
I sense that is magical.
And that the contents are completely clean. None of it is magical. The chains of the creature do seem to be quite magical, though.
I suppose Anne. Well, Anne kind of would. Shit. It was an eye. It was a creature with an eye, and it's got chains. She's gonna be all over this shit. Ugh.
Kind of like a kindred spirit, really.
Yeah, exactly. So I suppose she's gonna walk over to it and see if she can grab. Well,
Those chains
She'll
are
try-
getting hot, so be careful.
that's true.
Well, you
I
could
don't-
just wait until they weren't hot anymore.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I was so
Will the-
stupid. I almost
will the
forgot.
Will the
Aw.
heat get some of the gunk out of the way? I don't know.
I suppose House will touch it anyway, and he'll just kind of try and drag the chains out. Because Anne's not going to shut up about it anyway.
Sure. Yep. The chains are actually, like the chains that wrapped around Grim and Gregory were clean. So like there's a part of a clean bit that you can pull on. But obviously, a lot of gunk comes with it as you pull it out.
All right. So I suppose Anne will, or
That's
House
why
will
the
try.
pouch has a bunch of platinum in it.
Ah.
It's 300 platinum.
Hey,
This necklace.
look what I found, guys. Look at this necklace.
It looks fabulous on you.
I don't know if anybody has
Thank
appraisal.
you.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's right, and you have the power to do that thing once per day as well, right? So
What's this check? Right, okay. Oh, you appraised it anyway.
okay, yeah. So you reckon the necklace itself is probably worth about 1,000 gold as well. So it's like fine gold, and it has a small little emerald embedded in it.
Fine gold emerald necklace.
Yeah.
What do you want me to call this monster?
I guess call it like a gunk creature. Probably. I don't know what that means. Or well creature, either is fine.
The well gunk.
On the Appleton farm?
Well gunk necklace.
Fine gold emerald necklace from gunk creature from the well on Appleton farm.
So descriptive.
Nice and verbose, yeah. Alright, yeah, well, what's the next step?
Can we go check out this barn finally?
I suppose the chains are magical, right? How long are they?
They are. Very long. They're like 75 feet long. Heavy chain. Sorry, I suppose it's a light chain, really. Heavy chain is like dot for boats and stuff.
Huh.
Light chain. Not that that makes it light. It's still heavy.
I suppose. Yeah, Anne's gonna keep him around, I suppose. Just kind of
Yep. So it weighs 75 pounds. The chain.
weighs 75 pounds.
Yeah. Actually, no. I guess it is heavy chain. Heavy chain is only 3 pounds per feet. So, it's 225 pounds.
It's 225 pounds.
Yeah.
Shit. I suppose Hausk will lift that no problem, because Hausk is Johnny's first OC.
Yeah, House can pick it up. It is covered in that horrible gunk, though. If he doesn't mind touching that.
Oh yeah. He'll throw that around the tree for the time being. Come
Yep.
back for that shit later.
Roll to see if he gets lucky, I guess.
Throws it over Lucky and it falls on the ground. Oh.
Lucky would actually not be anymore. I don't think at this point.
Yeah.
Here, Anne. Here's a jewelry box with money inside.
Oh, I thank you, I'm not sure if I deserve this, though. I didn't really do anything during the fight. It was very useless.
Who turned that
I know that
scarecrow
pain.
into a gerbil?
I suppose I did.
Oh,
It was really not. It was nothing, or it was nothing at all.
well, that's pretty amazing
Roger.
feat of magic.
Raja says my spells are the ones that failed.
Oh, well, thank you, Spy. I guess I will take the jewelry box then. And she'll keep it for the time being. Probably put that on a nightstand or something when we get the portal all furnished.
Yeah.
Maybe
Seems like
runs up to
unlikely.
the tree and starts batting at the chains.
And finally, it feels like it's not too large for its own body, right? Finally.
He's
It's
so
doing
happy.
a cat thing, yeah.
I suppose we can either read through all the journals or go down that well.
We could go check the barn out.
Oh yes, the barn. That's the before we go, Anne will look down the well again and to cast detect magic.
Yeah, like the whole sides of the well seem to be magical. Faintly magical.
Just like the plants.
Yes. Yeah. Well, a little bit more strongly than the plants, but yeah.
Raja points to this building way over here and says, "What the hell is over there?"
Yeah, that's a big old barn over there.
Isn't that where the meteorite supposedly fell? Maybe we ought to go
Yeah.
check that out.
You can see a big hole in the roof as well.
I suppose we shouldn't we? These cornfields, though, they're going to be pretty flippantly brutal.
Well, isn't everything is just kind of falling to dust?
Raja said, "Well, we can take care of that," and starts. And Draco said, "No, we're not going to burn it down."
Yeah, the fields extend for miles as far as you can see. They're quite large.
That would be quite disastrous. I suppose we'll have to.
She's a creature from hell, so I mean, burning shit's usual to her.
It's unusual. It's not burning.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean you don't have constant hellfire on this plane? The fuck is this about? So I suppose house is getting a little bit cold too. How do we want to get to the? Supposedly there be scarecrows like hell inside.
Who? Oh, my phone's resetting.
It did. Sorry, what were you saying, Connor?
Suppose there's going to be hella
Reset.
scarecrows. So everyone should keep in a small little ball as we move across the field. Or, I don't know. Shit.
Surely, if everything's falling apart and turning to dust, we can just smack our way through it. Rather than setting fire to it, we can just like sweep out with large weapons, then everything should just fall over and turn to dust.
Let's just send Gravy in. He can make a big path.
Well, he is a
I don't know
cat.
if he'll listen.
Good luck persuading him, yeah.
I was going to say,
Anybody
does
have
somebody
a
have?
fish?
I was going to say, anybody
Fling
have
it in there.
telekinesis? Telekinesis, the chains, and to a ball.
To be
and just
fair,
throw 'em
I
out the
wouldn't
field.
want to be holding a fish when Gravy's around. Just saying.
Just gotta throw it quickly.
Yeah, we have to traverse this field, likely filled with all manner of things that want to kill us.
Roger says again, why do we not burn it?
Take a while, and it may not burn anyway because it's made of ash.
Ash burns.
Does it?
I think so, a little bit. Or doesn't it?
Well, it's
I don't
5
think it
foot
does.
tall stuff, ain't it?
I would think that ash is the remnants afterward.
Sometimes
Yeah, I mean,
my ash burns, but only when I eat a lot of peppers.
Ah,
Well, then a precipitation
Ghost pepper.
spell would turn it into mud.
Yeah, I mean the plants, like they're brittle and like the outside flakes away, but the actual stem of the plants does stay rigid. It doesn't just go down the moment you touch it.
How sturdy is the well housing, like the roof?
It's a lot less sturdy now, but it's still relatively sturdy.
I suppose House will line up over here and be like, suppose we get in formation or something. I don't really care.
it's so fucking angst.
Okay, this guy, I did some stuff to this guy, and now he's fucking Superman, and I don't know how to care. I feel and I empathize for the writers of Superman, because this guy is stupid. Like, he's actually really, I don't even know where to go with him. I'm struggling to roleplay him. The truth be told.
Let's start.
What about
Making
recuperating?
our
I
way.
think, Grim is still quite injured. If anybody,
It's nothing but a flesh wound.
She did throw a heal spell on him, didn't she? A cure spell?
Yeah.
It didn't do a lot.
The ends come marching two by two.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, we could go through the fields like this if we want.
I just figured Dracos would lead because he's got the double swords, chopping as we go, like we're in the Vietnamese swamp.
That was a cure moderate for you.
Thank you.
My healing rolls are not doing so hot today.
D10, 3. I mean, he's better than he was.
So, House will just kind of gesture to Dracus. Just kind of, you first.
After you.
Hi ho, it's off to work we go. Da, 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 da.
I suppose Gravy will still follow Kiana.
Oh, really? I was just gonna have him play with the chains.
I was saying, if somebody could telekinesis the
yeah,
chains into the
you can
field,
do.
You could teach Gravy tricks. We just get a week alone or something, spend a week off. Especially after we literally killed a demon inside of an extra dimensional plane bit. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, my cat comes when I call, and he'll like run inside if I tell him to go inside. But other than that, not much.
Oh, we have magic here, so a bit different.
Because he's an asshole and he tries to escape. In
So
the fucking house.
All right, yeah. So you guys can make your way through the field. I mean, it's relatively easy. You don't even have to chop down anything. You can just like push it aside if you want. So yeah, as you guys are kind of making your way across the field, you stumble across this dead cow lying out here as well, and it's kind of grey and flaky, just like the crops are.
Oh.
Aw, poor Moo Moo.
looks like something's literally draining the life out of everything here. Ooh.
I'm gonna go inspect the cow.
Does it do like the cows in Diablo 2 and explode?
I hope not. I'm inspecting
Moo
it.
Moo. Moo 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 Moo. Moo. The
There.
hell cows.
Yeah.
I had nightmares about that level for a long time.
I'm talking about the regular
Moo moo.
cows back in the town, back in the old Tristram town. When you walked over to them and touched them, they just explode and flies and maggots and stuff would come out of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would. Yeah, there was one that always did it, at least.
And all the Warcraft games, if you like click the little animals
Yeah,
that
so
are around.
if you click the sheep, they explode. If you click
Yeah.
the cows.
If you click on them enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked in the first one, the fighter would go up to the cow and you click on the cow and it go moo, and then the fighter, you do it 2 or 3 times, the fighter says, "I'm no milkmaid."
Moo 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 moo. I'll never forget the cow level from Diablo 2.
Yeah, I had nightmares. It gave me nightmares for weeks.
And you hit them.
Yeah.
You go in, you attack one, and you're like, yeah, fuck you, cow, and then there's
Well,
like 50.
There was that 2-minute long voice line of the guy just going moo 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 moo, and if you left the portal, it would keep going for like another 2 minutes after you left. That was the main thing I remember about that. Walking around for like the next couple minutes, just hearing these stupid fucking cows. But yeah, you guys come up to this barn, and it still seems like it's relatively solid and put together, despite the massive hole sort of coming across this section of it here. And there's a closed door up ahead.
So it's like 40 feet wide?
Yeah, it's decently big. Yeah, it's 90 feet long and about 55 foot wide. The building, but the hole itself is it's about 40 foot diameter.
Is it through the wall or through the roof?
Through the roof. There's like a big hole in the roof in one part of the barn. I don't know if Spivey is coming.
I'm surprised Spivey hasn't already checked it out yet.
Spivey, are you there? Josh? I don't know, he might not be able to hear us.
Didn't someone say their phone was resetting or something?
That was Drakus, yeah.
Right. I'm still
Oh,
trying
I'm
to
sorry,
put
yeah, I
names
was
to
talk-
voices.
I was talking to my wife. She asked me why her sister had called because her kid's over here too.
Ah.
You know how women are when you don't answer the phone, they act a fool.
Wow.
Well, anyway,
I take offense to that.
So do I, actually, to be fair.
well, it's not just women that do it. It's everyone.
Well, in all
Everyone
fairness,
is capable.
in fairness, her kid's over here, so I would too if I couldn't get a hold of them.
To be fair, what I would have done
Yeah.
then is I would have called you up again and you would have answered and I would have hung up on you straight away just to be a douche.
Alright, well, yeah, you guys will have to manage without Spivey for the moment. Seems like it's AFK. But you come to this barn, and the barn seems relatively normal. I mean, it doesn't even smell as bad over here. It was much worse over by the well.
Well, I guess we have two options. We either go in soft or we go in hard.
Are there windows?
No, it's a barn. No windows.
No windows at all. I like your style, Grim. You want to just bust open the door, kick ass, take names?
I'm not really that bothered about taking names, to be honest.
House, could be a deer and go check the door. And House, grr, grr, grr. As he,
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
yeah,
As
kinda
he,
just-
as he walks through the wall to get to the door. Yeah, we know how this
What,
works.
is it the wall?
But I'm saying that's what you should do, is walk through the wall to check the
He just
door.
walked through the. He might be able to do that. It's so stupid.
You could roll to try and knock down the wall if you wanted.
See, I don't want to reveal too much because they've got some foregoing circumstances that I'll have to deal with at the end of the session. But we could 100% punch a hole in this wall so big we could fit our entire party through it side by side.
So, curious question: why do you actually need a party if you're pretty much a demigod?
He's not that powerful.
He's not that big, but I picked him up, and fucking Anne is my actual character, and I did some shit to Helsk, and now I haven't had some time to actually adjust his character to recompensate for it.
Yeah, and also he's a max level already, so.
Yeah, he literally doesn't get any bigger than this, but he's pretty big due to some shit that I did.
He's always on the brink of death, also.
Oh yeah, always, 100%. He is 100% the focus of every single combat as everything tries to kill him.
That explains his sparkling personality, then.
Yeah. So do we actually want to punch a hole in this wall? Because 100%, if no one else objects, I'm just gonna knock out this front part of the.
Just take out whatever you want to take out.
All
Make your
right.
character.
House turns into a Guradezu and then just bulldozes the damn structure down because he can.
Well, you can't turn to something that's
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are those lizard men? Huh? The ones with the scaly skin with the protective shield.
Oh,
That big...
I forget the name. You're already just as strong as them anyway. So
Fair enough. I guess I'll just
if you're kicking
kick
the
down
door
the-
open, just
All
make
right,
an
man.
open doors check.
I'm back.
open door. I think that's a 20.
So 16 for you.
The 16. Oh,
Roll-
aren't those like
roll a
magically
D20.
locked? Aren't those magically locked doors or something?
No, it's 8 if it's magically locked or barred. So I guess the barn door is kicked open. by
Reduced to kindling.
Tusk. Yeah, well, it's quite a sturdy thing, so it doesn't like collapse completely. But yeah, you kind of kick in the door, and it reveals this small little area here, and there are like some livestock cages in here and some hay bales, and there are stairs leading up, and from here you can already see there's like a hay loft up there. But otherwise, it's relatively empty, and you see another door at the end. Barn.
Just gonna walk in and keep an eye on what's going on.
Oh, creepy.
What's that on the floor? In the middle?
Okay.
It's just like a collection of stuff. Nothing important.
Right. Okay.
Just like farming equipment or whatever, like a pot and some.
Can you see the trajectory the meteorite made? Like, did it come in through this roof here and then make a hole in the floor? Or did it come in through this?
I mean, the hole is in this next section of the building that this door leads to.
All right.
Are these stairs here?
Yeah, they just lead up to a hayloft.
Dracos is just doing a round once around the building.
Mhm.
See if there's anything trying to hide, sneak up on us.
You don't really notice anything odd. Seems like a nice sturdy building. That's about the only thing you notice.
Alright. And we'll give the signal, and the house is going to blow down. It's going to huff, and he's going to puff. He's going to blow this damn door down again.
Oh.
Yeah, Spivey doesn't notice anything. But yeah, House is able to kick this door in as well, and you see this big crevice, this big hole in the floor that leads down into the darkness, and you can see these large webs coating the whole way down.
Nice.
There's actually an area near the door that looks like the web has been cut away. It's a 40-foot to drop, as far as you can tell.
Y'all are gonna fucking love this. And House just kind of turns around. Something to actually fight. Ooh, nice.
You guys just got done fighting something.
I was just about to say, what you mean that giant like pile of crap out the front wasn't something worth fighting?
It's not enough, you know. You gotta get something else. Gotta fight that bloodlust. House kind of bobs up and down like a jogger, in a feeble attempt for his player to do any sort of characterization that one can do for a massive demon thing that's been scarred beyond all recognition.
And
Yes, Spidey.
to my knowledge, spider webs are flammable.
Oh yes, for quite a bit, aren't they? They might be our way down, however.
Is the road glowing?
No, I colored his token as white as I could. That's all.
Oh.
he's so white. He's positively radiant.
Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of look like
we're
that.
never going to need torches around Daryl.
If you ever look at an actual albino person's hair in direct sunlight, it does kind of look like it glows.
You should have seen Rory when he was young. It would blind you.
Mm-hmm.
His hair was so white. It was radiant. Oh my god.
I suppose.
I remember when I had hair.
I suppose Anne will strike a match and hand it to Halsk, and Halsk will be like, "You just hand me a match." Oh, fuck. Okay, all right. Hucks it down the hole.
You're a wizard. The fuck?
Yeah, Anne doesn't have any spells.
Yeah, sure. So I suppose all the webs suddenly light up and start to burn away. And after a couple minutes, there's just nothing left but the hole leading deep into the ground. And it's like you can't really see what's going on down there. Oh, I suppose whilst it's burning, you can see down there. At the bottom, there's like this big open cavern, like larger than the hole. And at the bottom, there's like this big crevice in the ground, like a big pit, where it looks like something landed.
Crevice.
Which you presume is the meteorite.
Can we tell how far the drop is?
Yeah, it's about 40 feet. So I don't know if you guys can see over here to the right. That's what it kind of looks like.
Don't we have a 50-foot long rope? Like
Well,
Lord Dracus has one, doesn't he?
there's nothing I can do.
Well, I can move silently, hide in shadows, and tumble down the hole.
40-foot drop.
I got a 50-foot rope and a grappling hook.
I do need some heals before I go, though.
suppose
I think the rope
Kiana?
is probably a better option.
Would you happen to have some heals, Miss Kiana?
I might.
Unless somebody wants to levitate down there.
House just suddenly just kind of.
Yeah, what about the guy that gets 7 free levitations a day? What about that?
Son of a bitch.
Actually, a good roll.
Thank you. Miss Kiana.
How many people are in their party?
More than you have free levitations. But
Yeah, but people can double up because we only need them to They can carry extra weight while they're levitating too.
The heavier ones carry the lighter ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's probably.
And
about
House doesn't need one for himself because fucking wings. Because Johnny's first OC, Bat Demon wings, supernaturally strong horns, fucking literally the devil.
Yeah, well, literally half the devil, technically. Half.
It's half person, half demon. Ugh, such a enticing backstory.
I mean, you guys literally were in the abyss, so it's not unreasonable.
I'm gonna send Lucky back for gravy. I'm just gonna ride him down.
Oh yeah, you could just kind of coast along the wall.
I mean, I don't think he's smart enough to know how to do that. He'd probably just jump down.
I mean, that's okay.
Isn't that
It won't hurt him, right?
He's a cat. He'll always land on his feet, right?
It won't hurt you. It won't hurt him. It might hurt you if you're riding him.
Wasn't that chain 70 feet long?
Yeah, the chain was 70 feet long, but we already have a rope too.
Could we just attach the chain from the cage down through this door and into the hole?
Oh, so Dracus just throw it on your rope.
But I don't know how deep it is.
Attach the rope
It's 40
to the
feet.
chain.
It's
40 foot deep. Well, then the rope's plenty long enough. We can just slide down the rope one by one.
I volunteer to go first.
Are you scouting it out, Spivey?
Yes. I'll
Maybe-
move silently and hide in shadows down the rope.
Maybe you'll need some help, and I throw Oexel onto your face so that he turns visible. Sneaky time, sneaky peeky like. Ooh.
Yeah, so I guess make 3 climb walls checks. Which are whatever the bonus is for having a rope. It's 95 for thieves, basically, right? Because it's like plus. Yeah. 3 climb walls checks, 95 or better.
It's plus 45 for rope and wall, I think.
Yeah. So you basically have a climb walls of 95. Yeah.
It doesn't look like a rope. It looks like a string of turds.
I ain't climbing down it. I'm telling you that now.
Okay. Yeah. So you make your way down to the bottom. No problem.
Moving silently and hiding in shadows.
This is like the
Yeah.
premise behind Diablo 3. Giant meteor, it's a fallen angel.
And as you can see, it's quite dark down here, so Spivey can't really see. Oexel can see. Down here.
Oh, the fire is out and everything?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming you waited for the web to burn away before you put a rope down there, right?
I just assumed that the close side would burn away first before the other side would, I guess.
Well, just according to the normal web rules, it burns away in 2 rounds.
Oh,
That's what
just
it
the whole
says.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So Oexel can kind of see
Spreads
it,
very quickly.
but you kind of come down the rope and you're into this small crater in this cave, and what looks to be like a natural cave system down there.
He threw up all over that one, so that one's kind of gross.
It's quite cold.
I'm gonna motion to Rat Boy to come down.
Yep. So likewise, this climb wall should be decent. Is he taking off his armor though? Because he's wearing full plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess
Just kind
that'll
of
take quite
tosses
a
it
while.
down.
I'd imagine that would take quite a while to do, to take off his armor.
Yeah, it takes a D10 rounds, right, to get out of full plate. Is it a D10 plus 1? I think it might be. Yeah. So he's spending sort of 3 rounds getting out of his armor if somebody else wants to go down in that time.
Well, basically, I'm thinking someone's going to have to lower me down.
It's going to take me 4 rounds to get mine off, so.
How are we gonna get Gregory down? I'm lucky.
Well, Lucky is a
Well,
cat.
Lucky rides
so-
on my shoulders.
House can carry down.
Well, you could, like, throw the rope end back up and tie it around him and lower him gently.
Lucky can literally jump down, can't he?
Yeah, Lucky can jump down.
Okay. Since I'm moving silent and hide in shadows, I'm going to inspect this crater.
Yep. It's just like a big, deep crater in the ground. I guess there's like you find a palm-sized chunk of metal.
Is it in the center or no?
Just like no, that's not in the center. It's just like there's a bit here and there, like there's bits of metal here and there, and there's bits of like this clay dirt type stuff, although only like a little bit, only like smeared on to the side, basically.
What does the palm-sized piece of metal look like?
It's kind of very bulbous and rough. Well, I know it's smooth, but it's all like lumpy and bulbous.
Yeah. Is it black? Like,
No, it's a very bright white.
oh,
Looks pure. Looks very pure.
I'm gonna touch it with the skin on my hand. Just see if it's
Yeah,
hot or.
It just feels cold. Would you touch the clay stuff as well?
No, just the metal. Does it like make my skin stick to it? It's so cold, or
No, it's not that cold. No.
okay.
But, you can definitely, definitely feel hot. It's not magically warm or anything like that.
Yeah. Is it? Can I pick it up? Like sort of pull it
Yeah.
out of the dirt or whatever, and dust
Yeah,
it
no
off or
problem.
clean it off.
It's only a couple pounds, and
Okay.
actually, it feels very light as well.
Should I call it like star metal or what?
Yeah, I mean, call it meteorite steel.
Okay. 2 pounds, you said?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in my backpack.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna go to this corner over here and try to listen for sounds coming from down the tunnel. And I'm just gonna wait there until everyone gets down here.
Sure, yeah. You can hear like a pulsing sound, kind of echoing from down there. It's not that loud. It's quite quiet, really. But that's all you hear from inside the further up into the cave. But who's coming down next, and how they're getting down?
Can Haldren just hop down? Because he can jump 30 feet and he's fine.
Sure. Yeah, he can hop down.
I guess he'll just hop down then.
Well, unless I'm getting a levitation spell, I'm going to have to start taking my armor off.
All right, House will save you the trouble, and he'll finger gun you and go kapow, and as you feel the levitate take hold.
Suddenly I start to float, crapping my
Yes.
pants because I wasn't expecting it.
He'll kind of like nudge you off with the flat end of his spear until you're like drifting in the middle of the hole, and then drop you down.
Oh, and then he turns off the levitation spell, and then.
Well, he'll lower you down, not turn it off. We haven't gotten to that yet, but if anyone else in heavy armor needs it.
I hope you don't mind that Grim isn't going first.
Well, I guess I'll go down next.
Raja could easily climb down, but she just wants House to carry her.
Lucky's gonna jump down too.
Yep. I mean, how is Kiana getting down?
Just gonna use the rope.
Yep. So you're going to make 3 climb walls checks to see if you make it down safely.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how to do that.
It's just 3 D100s. So the rope is giving you plus 45, and there's a wall there too. So, and your base chance is 40. So you have an 85% chance of success each time. Yeah, so you make your way down, no problem, and you just jump down the last 10 feet, basically. And that takes you 3 rounds. So Doral now has his armor off if he wants to go down.
I suppose Hausk will take any comers, or he'll indulge Raja if she wants.
Absolutely. She would much rather float down than fall down.
Alright. He'll finger gun and go, wha-pa! As he does his amazing stuff.
Oh, I
She's
guess
thoroughly
Gravy
amazed.
followed me too, but he's just gonna jump down.
Yeah, I guess he just lands on like a big pile when he hits the ground. Because he's like amorphous as well. He's not like always cat-shaped.
I'm trying to work out how a collection of gravestones and stuff like that can actually become cat-shaped.
Well, he can he's an elemental, so he can change his shape however he wants. So he just subconsciously turns himself into the shape of a cat. Unless, if he's fallen 40 feet, he'd probably land on the bottom in like a puddle instead of a cat shape, and then he'd reform into a cat shape.
I'm still laughing about that poor gerbil.
Yeah. No, he's mostly like dirt and stuff. With like bits of gravestone and stuff and casket in there. And bones.
Shh, there's a thrumming coming from down there. A definite thrumming sound.
Well, do I get a dexterity bonus?
I thought you were being levitated down by a house anyway.
Oh, Dracus.
Is that not what happened? I thought.
He was taking Raja down.
No, I think you could power someone else apart from me.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, House can do it a bunch of times a day, but Dracus, I guess you fall 40 feet then.
Hey, House, can I get a levitation, please?
And you take 16 points of damage as you smack into the ground, Dracus.
Dracus gets up and dusts himself off. I meant to do that. I wanted to see if I was tougher than the ground. I am.
Yeah. Anne falls 20 feet. And takes 11 points of damage.
Don't worry, guys. I'm all good. I didn't fall. I'm terrible at climbing. She just wildly wails when she hits the ground.
House, can I get a levitation, please?
Whoop-ah! And he finger guns you again. And
So
House
just
himself will fly over.
cannonball into the hole.
After seeing Lord Dracus bust his damn face, Raja blows a house a kiss. Thanks.
And he'll wave. He'll like, catch it and he'll look at her. Smirk.
Okay. Does Gregory fit in a backpack? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess he would, yeah. Backpack can carry like 50 pounds, right? He's just like a thorn bush shaped in the shape of a dog.
So what is the difference between House and Raja's, I guess, species? Like, she's a tiefling and he's half demon. I don't know.
Tieflings are like mongrels. It's kind of rude to ask, but they're just everything.
Oh,
from
okay.
Extraplanar.
Yeah,
And
well-
Hausk is specifically the child of a demon and a human being.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it's the what are they called? The Cambions are children
Yeah.
of specifically the lords and stuff of like hell.
Well,
Gotcha.
that's the difference between a Marquise Cambion and a normal Cambion.
Yeah.
A Marquise Cambion is like one born from an abyssal lord or something, but a normal Cambion is just any human demon offspring.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then the tieflings are the children of any kind of lower planar creature and a human.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a Cambion, if it kept breeding with different things, would eventually become a tiefling, basically.
Got it.
The more diluted it becomes. Yeah, they're mongrels, basically.
Gotcha.
But yeah, now that those that are down here now, they can see what's going on. The same things that Spivey was seeing. I guess Phil is the only one that needs to come down, right?
How far
Well,
is the?
Yeah, him. He's gonna put Gregor in his backpack and go down, I guess.
How high is the roof here?
Oh my god.
It's about 30 feet tall, so it's quite tall. Yeah, Rory, you fall all 40 feet.
Can I attempt to catch him?
You take 15 points of damage. No.
That's a
You
no.
You can attempt to get landed on and get hurt.
I'm not gonna pull a roll play season 1, so I'm just gonna step to the side.
Peregrine makes it.
Okay, yeah, Peregrine is fine.
Phil's gonna use serious wounds on himself then. Case serious wounds on himself.
Yep. But you didn't miss much, Josh. Okay. So now that you guys are all down here, and you guys can all hear this pulsing sound
Jimmy, what are you doing to him?
through the cave.
Just gonna move silently and hide in shadows down the tunnel.
Yeah, I mean, you can't see up here anyway because it's dark for you.
Nobody has continual light or anything.
Unless people want to light stuff up.
Because I know.
Savvy, can you shoot like a flaming arrow, maybe? Light one on fire?
I don't think I have
tieflings
anything
have
to
intravision?
start a fire.
Phil should be able to cast continual light too. And
Well, I don't
think
have
maybe
that.
Kiana.
No, I don't think I can.
I have not learned that.
You should both be able to. Yeah, you can both cast
Yeah,
it, but it's
they're
whether you have it
universal.
memorized.
It's a universal pre-spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't learn it.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Didn't
didn't.
memorize
Okay,
it.
memorize it.
He doesn't have it today. Yeah.
So we'll just stay in the dark for a day.
I mean, a lot of people have intravision here anyway.
I suppose Anne will strike up another match and then one of her torches.
I don't know. Can half elves see at night?
Yeah, half elves can see 60 feet in the dark.
Wait, doesn't Anne have a lantern and a 10-foot pole? Because that's what I bring on every character, even though I never use it. Hey,
Well-
would you look at that? A lantern and a 10-foot pole.
Anne was
'Cause-
super restricted on weight, so
that's
I don't
right.
even know if you did.
Might have cut that.
Because, yeah, you're like... Yeah.
If I-
You didn't even have the carrying capacity for a backpack. You had to take a belt pouch because you couldn't carry a backpack.
Dracus has a lantern if we need one. And
Alright.
several classes of oil to keep it lit. And
I
several
suppose
torches.
we'll light that up then. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I was looking through my stuff and I have. Do we have crystal chalices? Anyone need like some glass cups? Ooh, some of those.
Ooh,
The paragon of usefulness.
Yeah, so, Dracus, are you going to shine this lamp down the tunnel in?
Yeah, if everybody's cool with it, yeah.
Yep.
So what kind of lantern is it?
Let's see. Did I actually write down the type of lantern? Hooded. Tis a hooded lantern.
A hooded lantern. So that goes out to 60 feet, I believe.
So he'll stand over here, and she can stand over here and see what she sees with her infravision.
Yeah, which is also 60 feet anyway. So it's basically they can see the same distance. The pulsing sound starts to get louder as you walk up in there, Spidey. I'm just gonna
Does my electric shield give off any light?
do this.
I just kind of hold it in front of me.
No, it doesn't like spark with electricity all the time. Just some of the time.
So somebody's down here getting a Hummer, or we got a machine of some sort down here.
I think Dural has infravision.
He does.
How many rounds would you say has passed since Anne took the fall damage?
Probably about 9.
Ah, alright.
Dural's infravision is being spoiled by the light from the lantern right now, though.
Okay. He'll go... Oh, is this square that we can see the lantern light?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, yeah, he's going to step outside of it then into the darkness. And wait for
Yep.
a minute.
Dracus immediately moves up and spoils your infravision.
Okay, I'll just
'Cause
move way into the darkness then.
No, yeah. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Okay. So, yeah, Dural kind of steps into the darkness and he gives his eyes a moment to adjust. And his feet feel kind of sticky. And as his eyes adjust, he sees this great big, sticky green amorphous blob. And the whole thing is like
shit!
it's like the whole thing is like pulsing like a heartbeat.
It's so blurry. It's his eye. His
Guys, it's a
eyesight
big
isn't
green
adjusted.
slime in the dark. I suppose I should give myself red so people know where not to go. 60-foot square red
Yeah,
infravision.
I'll bet. Yeah, I'll give Dracus the area of his light.
Okay, so he spoils my infravision right now.
Yeah, well, it is a hooded lantern, so it only goes in a 60-degree arc. So, but yeah, Dracus, you're spoiling infravision because you keep moving up because you have the lantern. Did you see that box? Yeah. But yeah, the big blob of stuff just kind of sits there, doesn't react.
Oh, okay. He's just gonna back up into the light and say, "Yo, there's a big blob." I'm just gonna look down at my shoes and see what's going on with my steel boots or whatever from my armor.
Yeah, I mean they've got like a little bit of this gunky stuff on them, but it's not a lot of it or anything. It's not melting away. It's not
Okay.
acid or anything like that.
I'm still just gonna like wipe it off on the floor. Like just try to wipe it off my boots. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Guys, what are we gonna do? It's a big fucking blob.
Where exactly did the meteorite strike?
Oh yeah. That was Anne. I guess.
I think it struck behind us, and it's obviously been moved from there to where we are now, or somewhere.
or sorry,
Is there like a remnant, a casing? That meteorite
Spivey.
stuff is pretty valuable.
Spivey's
But yeah,
gonna
no, this is
come over
some
to
dire
him.
shit, guys.
That slime.
It's like pulsing, so should we murder the fuck out of it?
Well, I'm not going over there and giving it a kiss, that's for sure. You got a fireball spell handy?
Not today, no. But I do have haste, so that's cool. Because yay, haste. I had to light a damn match to get rid of webs, dude. I'm a poor as shit wizard.
And as you notice, I'm bravely taking up the rear, making sure you guys are all safe.
Yeah, so we're actually inside this cave area, like the pulsing. It's like a heartbeat, really. Is really loud in here. It's impossible to ignore.
Guys, it's a cart. I think we should kill it.
A what?
Shit, I don't even know. I suppose we could scoop a chunk out of it and take it away for analysis. House wants to kill it.
Do you reckon it's flammable?
Find out.
Test, test, test. Can you hear me? Test.
I suppose Anne will light another match out of her 12-pack. Into it to start combat in the worst way possible
Test, test,
with
test.
1 damage pre-shot.
Hey, I hear you, Josh.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the match just kind of fizzles out as it hits it. Nothing happens.
And
The blob doesn't move.
Dracus throws right in the center of the mass his last bottle of Greek fire.
and
Yes.
I found this piece of metal where the creature crashed in here. And
Oh, is that part of the meteorite?
yes. There is also some clay back there. I believe that this slime thing may be an actual creature that came out of the meteorite when it landed.
That's very, very strange. Huh. I suppose we should take the meteorite back to base, see if we can get something made out of it or something. I don't know. That'd be very cool.
But
But,
what should we do with this creature?
It
Yeah, well, Dracus
looks-
just threw a bunch of Greek fire on it. Just
as,
burning
as we
away.
just kind of, I suppose we should. Dracus, no! And he just slam dunks a pint of Greek fire into the damn thing.
And is
it's
it not moving?
It's not moving. It doesn't seem to be harming it at all.
Okay. I'm gonna take the meteoric steel over to the creature.
Mhm.
And I'm going to touch the creature with the meteoric steel blob thing.
I mean, you just want to like touch them to each other and then pull it back, or
Yeah. Yep.
yeah. So it kind of like pushes into it, or squishes into it a bit, and then like you pull it back, and then that's basically it. It doesn't come back with any goop on it or anything. It just there's no
Oh,
big reaction.
except for the fact that it's clean when I pull it out, right?
Yeah, well, unless you like pushed it in really far. I'm assuming you just touched it to it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'll push it in real far.
Yeah, then it'll come back with some goop on it. You know.
Okay. Any reaction or anything?
No, the thing just seems to still be sitting there.
Okay.
I guess as you kind of put the steel into it, you can feel each pulse through the steel.
Okay. Can we see through this slime stuff, or is it like cloudy?
It's opaque.
Ah. Guys, I think there might be something inside of this. Yeah.
An alien baby egg?
Maybe.
Huh.
Maybe. I'm just gonna wipe the stuff off the meteoric steel. Has anyone tried touching it yet? Actually, Spivey's gonna
You beat my
pull
guess.
one of his hairs out of his head. He's got long hair. He's gonna pull one hair out, and he's gonna drop it onto the slime, and see if there's any reaction.
The hair just kind of sits on top of the slime.
Okay.
Peregrine,
Yeah.
touch the slime.
Cannonball!
Okay. Phil just
Peregrine
picks
touches
up Peregrine. He's
throws
screaming.
him into it.
He's kicking his legs.
Please, Phil, don't make me do it.
And he throws him at it.
Just say, remind me never to come back as one of your guys' henchmen. Just saying.
Peregrine's a little bitch.
Yeah, I guess you. Well, he's been like the hero of the fights so many times in the past.
Yeah, he was the carry for a long time.
Yeah, for somehow. Yeah, so I guess he just kind of like slams into it face first, like starfish, and he's like, and you see him like pull his face off, and it's all covered in the goop, and he's like, I don't like this.
He doesn't
There's no-
like it.
He's just sitting on top of it now.
Ask him if it burns.
Does it burn?
That depends. Did you throw him in the Greek fire bit?
No.
Is it still fire on?
No. It's fine.
Phil's gonna pull him off.
It feels goopy. As you kind of pull him off, there's like a sound.
It's like
As
gas.
he comes unstuck. Yeah.
Do we fucking have shovels?
We're gonna have to like dig into this stuff to
I'm just-
find out what's at the center.
I'm just imagining a huge blob of KY jelly.
Well, more opaque than that. It's like a
Yeah.
big lump of green modeling clay, I guess.
Oh, like green stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like as it looks there, it's green.
I suppose. Fuck it. Nothing gained, nothing ventured. Hal's gonna just dunk his hand into it and start scooping the muck away. Get to the center.
Yeah, I mean, how aggressive is this? How hard are you going?
I suppose not that hard. Like how you'd kind of shovel dirt, like move it away.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does have quite some consistency to it. So you do kind of have to he might probably have to claw it out.
Yeah, I suppose he would claw it out then.
Yeah, so as you start to claw chunks out, you find that blood starts to pour out of the chunks, like red, and it kind of stains his hands. And then when the blood has stopped, the area he clawed out is back.
It like bled and then regenerated?
So this thing's alive. Whatever the fuck it is.
So execute plans, surround it and stab it till it dies.
I like this plan.
It could
All
be,
right.
it could be like a womb. You know what I mean? Where it's kind of
That's
like
gross.
the baby is inside of it type deal. You know what
That's
I mean?
just nasty.
I mean, that's what I'm picturing right now.
I think you mean the word you're looking for is cocoon.
An egg sac. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a cocoon because a cocoon doesn't have any liquid in it.
Right.
What do you reckon this is, Grim?
Roger's gonna shoot some magic missiles into it.
It's a big green pile of something. I have no idea. I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
Yeah, the magic missiles kind of, they don't even leave a mark, basically, when
Well,
they slam them into it.
it's alien. Do we have any like alien like information? I don't
I'm
know.
sorry, I left my smart gun at home this morning.
I think it's a pudding.
I'm sorry,
I'm gonna
I don't have
cast
my.
animal friendship at it. Justin.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, I don't have my noisy cricket gun.
Right? It might be so.
Yeah, animal friendship doesn't seem to have any effect on it.
Or my BFG 9000.
Fuck it, the worst thing that happens, I die. Hosk's just going to fly a little bit above it and swan dive, trying to get to the center. Because we're rational people here.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure it's a pudding.
Okay, so yeah, you dive into it, and yeah, you make a big, you impress into it, quite deeply, but then you just get like, you just
Your
Yeah.
feet are
Yeah.
hanging out, kicking.
I mean, it's kind of like jumping into like a big pile of, modeling clay. Right? You sink into it, but then it kind of just sticks all around you.
Roger says, I once heard
So now
about
you can't breathe.
some plane travelers discussing some magic stuff they found from another dimension. They called it Play-Doh.
Can we remove pieces from it? Dig into the center?
We tried that.
Well, we tried that and it started bleeding.
Oh. I must have been distracted by Lucky.
It doesn't hurt my feelings that it bleeds.
Yeah.
I mean, it obviously doesn't hurt it either.
Yeah, I think Spivey's gonna just draw his sword and cut this, like, I don't know, like that gobsy that goo stuff, the slime shit you can get in the gumball machines at the grocery store. You know how it like gack. Yeah, you can actually cut that stuff with a knife, and it like the knife will press in, and then once it gets to a certain thickness, it stops giving, it stops flexing, and then it sort of breaks into pieces. It's really strange stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you are able to slash into it and put a cut through it.
Okay.
And then
then
it
it
starts
just
to bleed
reforms?
again.
Okay.
And then when the blood has kind of stopped, it's all back.
All right, I'm going to make a really big slash, and when I do, I'm going to try to push the two pieces apart to let as much blood come out as possible. And see what
Bring her back.
happens.
Sure. So the blood starts to kind of come out and froth over, and you start to feel like hardening around your hands, basically.
It's like coagulating.
Yeah, like a lot of it, enough of it is coming out to fill that gap and turn into this goopy stuff around your hand.
Oh, so it's a big scab.
Yeah, that's not a bad
I'm gonna
analogy.
cut. I'm gonna cut a slice of it, then I'm gonna shove some of my heavily salted iron rations in there and see if the salt has any effect on the wound.
Dick
It doesn't
move,
seem
man.
to. No, it just kind of like absorbs the
Well, guys,
rations.
I'm pretty certain that it has no sensation, because if you did that to me, or one of us, we'd be screaming
Yeah.
bloody murder.
Yeah.
So execute plan, stab it till it dies.
I guess.
Alright. So just like dwarven miners, we gather around a single spot.
Yeah.
Hey, Spivey, since you like to pee on things, you want to try peeing on it and see what happens? Hey, it worked last time. You watched it off.
Give this thing herpes.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody have wine? I think we should throw wine on it.
Anything, right?
Wine or water. One of the two.
I mean, if we take 2 hours, I can pop in and see Slolius.
Yeah, I'm down with Anne's idea of just like stabbing it until it dies and stops coagulating.
Ooh, dangerous choice there. Going with an Anne plan?
Yep, going with the Anne plan.
Alright.
It's,
So I suppose we'll just kind of all make you know how they do the railway pivots where they each like take turns slicing? You know, where they like one guy will go and then in a circle, the guy to his right will slam, and like it happens really fast. So
Yeah.
it's this continued circle
Ding ding ding,
of just
ding ding
constant.
ding, ding ding ding. Like a
Yeah, like
Japanese
that.
swordsmithy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly like that, but we'll use that to burrow into this creature, and you're trying
Yeah.
to get to the center of it,
Ah.
get under the scab, so to speak.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. So you guys are kind of hacking at this. I mean, but you don't seem to really make any headway. Like the bleeding and the coagulating, it's just as fast as you can cut into it.
Wow.
Hmm.
How long do you go for?
10
Like,
minutes.
What's your breaking point? Yeah. I mean, yeah. So after 10 minutes, it doesn't seem to have had any long-term effect. Thing, as far as you
Wow.
can tell.
Wow. Does anyone have any electrical spells?
I have an electric shield.
That would work.
Stand back.
So I guess I'll walk up
'Cause
and.
Clear.
doesn't
As you-
work.
As you
Well,
press
I actually have 2 electric shields, so let me just grab both.
You're just gonna rub them together.
All right, and clear. And I fucking press them against it.
Like
Yeah.
a defib.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it doesn't seem to cause any visible damage to it.
Wow, so electricity, nothing. Fire, nothing. Did we try alcohol and water?
I haven't tried alcohol and water yet.
I just peed 5 minutes ago, so I can't really.
Wait, do we have that wine flask you were carrying around earlier?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
could
mean,
pass
you
around
guys
a
would
jug.
have water, right? So,
We
Yeah.
could pass around a jug, make a urine jug.
have you
mix.
guys tried gruel yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
stick
we
the
tried-
spoon in it and turn the whole thing into gruel.
That's definitely not how that works.
We need this. Okay,
Just-
I-
just
It's
tell-
fucking funny.
Just tell the spoon to keep dispensing fucking 800 metric tons of gruel until it gives it.
Well, they can only do a certain amount a day, but yeah.
Oh,
need-
okay, damn
we
it.
need this spoon to hold open a demi-plane for us. We can't be jeopardizing its life by sticking it in the slime.
Man, if the spoon could turn anything you stabbed it into gruel, instantly killing it, it would be a lot better.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, just slowly over time, right? We
Yeah,
just
like-
allow the gruel to take over the body.
I mean, it fills bowls, right? If you puncture someone's lung with a spoon, I mean,
No, you have to like stir it in a bowl full of water normally,
Oh.
but this one just throws it up. Yeah, because I rolled and it had intelligence, so I figured it has to be weird.
That's funny.
I'll throw gruel onto it and see if that has any effect before we throw the wine and then the water, and then we have cold to deal with, but no one has a cold spell.
Mmm.
I suppose I could charm the thing. Wait, is it magical? Shit.
Try
should've
try
checked-
silver. Anyone have any silver?
It definitely is magical, yeah.
Shoot it with a
Ah.
silver piece. Does anyone have a sling?
Oh yeah, we'll just.
Raj will try some Melf's acid arrow and see if that can burn a hole through it.
Fuck
Keep it from
yeah.
regenerating.
Melf's acid arrow that shit.
Yeah,
That lasts for a couple rounds too. And
yeah,
keeps
it does.
eating.
So, sure, yeah, you shoot the melts acid arrow into it, and it kind of burns and melts away at it. But once the melting is done, I guess, yeah, it does leave permanent damage. But it's such a small hole in such a big thing, you know. It's like a
Wait,
hole the
wait.
size of like a bowling ball or so.
This thing is like eating all the life force out of plants, right? Right. This is the thing that's draining the top side. What if we tried to like inflict moderate wounds and shit like that?
Oh, negative energy and positive energy.
Yeah.
I think that's an evil act, though.
Yeah.
This
Once you
thing's
summon,
So
once
I
you summon one
suppose-
of those swarms and put on the swarm on top of it, just let it peck away at it.
Hell yeah, do that shit.
All right. Well, I'll throw Summon Swarm out.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
yeah,
a
the
creeping
swarm
doom.
isn't able to really do enough to be noticeable.
Damn.
It doesn't leave permanent damage. Yeah.
I'm like racking my brain of what we could possibly do.
So we've already done the water and wine and all that stuff.
Yeah, we threw the water, the wine, the gruel.
Urine, everything else we can think of.
I guess Peregrine, he's going to use his Lance of Disruption thing on it. See what happens.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So
Um,
he, I don't know, like here, go through it.
Tried eating it yet?
Nobody's
I'm
tried
not
it
eating
yet. but-
I'm not eating
That's
it.
that's a very Anne thing to do.
It's not pudding, guys. All right.
So remind me of what the magic word is.
Deform.
Ah, that's right. Yeah. So this big beam comes out of Peregrine's spear as he says the magic word, and it bores this big hole through it to the point where I guess can Peregrine make a perception check for me or D20?
I wonder if the...
I don't know what his perception is, but
Wow, that's a really good roll.
That's definitely
Yeah.
a pass. Yeah. So Peregrine says, and then it kind of heals up very quickly. And Spiver, you can make an observation check as well if you want. See if
I
you
think he's
notice.
AFK, isn't he?
No, I just heard him say something.
There he's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Can you do an observation check for me?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Peregrine just did a Lance of Disruption on the thing, boring a big hole in it, and I want to see if you notice something before it heals up.
Nope.
Okay, no. But Peregrine says, "Oh, I can see a thing in there. A spiky person thing, all
Oh.
curled up."
Wait, Lance of Disruption is force, and so is Magic Missile. But the Magic Missiles did nothing.
But this is like
Well-
a penetrative quality. All right, so
But
it has to
it-
go all the way through the thing if we need to get to the center.
It's still healed up. It's still healed up. It's just in that second that they made
Can
the
we
hole.
see like a little like can I make visual contact enough for a charm spell?
I mean, are you gonna try casting charm?
I suppose Anne will like go to where Peregrine was pointing and it'll throw the charm energies through, there.
Do a horn of blasting on this bitch.
Oh,
So
yeah.
He kind of sees it in the middle here.
All
Did
right.
anyone
all
throw
right.
water
Okay,
on it?
Anne can see it, right? Yeah, we threw water. We threw wine.
Okay.
We threw piss. We threw gruel.
So let's get to the center area right
You
here.
threw Peregrine.
Yeah, we threw
Yeah.
Peregrine. We threw Halsk.
Do a horn of
Um,
blasting maybe. From right
Yeah,
here.
we could do a horn of blasting. Always wanted to be a musician.
Yeah.
Phil, have you still got that? You still got that journal?
I'm assuming I probably would have put it with all the books that Anne took.
All right, Anne pulls out the journal.
I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna sit and read it while them lot are just flashing everything at it. Read the journal, see if there's anything pertinent in there regarding it.
Oh, does
Sure.
anyone...
So I mean,
Go ahead, sorry.
So most of it's just about like farming that went on, and then I suppose about 3 weeks ago, Wyatt starts to write about the meteorite that landed on his farm, and he writes about the this group of people that the men that the king sent to come and deal with it, and he writes about how sad it is that they killed his pet Spike that he kept in the basement of the barn. And he says, in hindsight, I probably should have told them it was a giant spider, but
Poor Spike.
Yeah, poor Spike. They did save the dog though.
Well, benefits to some things, I guess.
There is that. And then he says, in the coming weeks after they investigated this meteor landing, all his crops started to become sick. His animals started to die, and they started to be attacked by scarecrows and the dead. And people he knew that visited there started to get sick, started dying. So he decided to leave with his family, and that's the last thing that's written there.
Right. Okay. Thanks.
So, is it a spiky humanoid figure that Peregrine saw?
Some straight
Yeah,
up Lovecraft shit.
Curled up, spiky thing.
Like a man or a
Thing. Thing. Don't you understand? Thing.
Like a spiky person.
Does anyone have detect life? Any more of those animal friendships left, Kiana?
I do not. I was sort of hoping it might penetrate the blob if there was anything inside, but I guess it didn't.
What if someone
Might
were
be
to cast Blade Barrier on this whole thing? Would it just chop it all up? Maybe we should try that. Anyone have a Blade Barrier?
That's quite a high level spell.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's like a 6th level spell, I'm pretty sure.
wait.
How about a flaming sphere? Does anyone have a flaming sphere they can just roll on top of it and let it cook?
I already used mine for the day.
Wow.
I was just fixing to say we can sit here and rest and relearn some spells, maybe Fireball and Lightning Bolt, and try those.
I could unleash my entire bone army.
You're going to put your boner on it?
No, I've got 18 bone arrows, so I can
Alright,
get,
and
I can
drink
get these
the potion,
skeletons.
ESP, and see if there's any mind effects that are going on inside here.
Oh, geez. Alright. Yeah, so you're trying to probe whatever's in there for its surface thoughts, right?
To probe all the things, yes.
I guess make a saving throw versus madness.
Oh, okay. Well, it's still living. We found that out. I suppose that works. And is fairly sane.
Hold
No
on.
reason not to be.
Let me open up my PDF.
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 These Ravenloft ones are the ones that you act out if you don't want to take the penalty.
For fear and horror, yeah.
Not for madness.
For madness, it's just get affected by something.
Well, brilliant.
You're not claustrophobic. Good luck with that.
It's still loading.
So instead of Anne, we now have Anne and Jennifer?
That is possible.
Just depends on which one you're talking to today.
You're now a claustrophobic fighter. Good luck with that full plate.
I guess you could not wear the helmet though.
You're a little hungry monster today. This is your third bottle in 4 hours.
Give up?
We haven't given up yet. He's checking the. I found out the thing inside there is living by reading his mind, and have now taken a madness check because this shit's straight up Lovecraftian. So there's that.
Let me.
Why does that make it Lovecraftian?
Well, you know, it's
Because
Lovecraft.
everything Lovecraftian involves madness.
Yes.
Well, also everything Lovecraftian is like some kind of huge fucking mystery why people are having weird dreams and dying of diseases, and like there's undead shit popping up everywhere and inanimate objects are coming alive, and then you find out by digging down underneath it that there's this big blob of like nothingness there that is somehow alive, but we can't do anything to it.
Yeah, I like Lovecraft a lot. It's definitely very Lovecraftian.
That basically gets it all in one go. You got it.
Wow. Okay.
So, what? Do I die?
I'm just messaging you.
Oh boy, I do not like that. Not at all. One bit. At all, one bit. I take it I don't get my extra action then. Oh, well. Oh. Oh, well, that's perfect. Ominous green void portals.
No, that was me.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
I was like, oh. Okay.
I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
We haven't missed
Welcome
anything. We haven't been able to figure out how to make a hole in this thing yet.
Oh, we're checking madness right now, and apparently I got fucked.
Right.
She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
God. I suppose. Shit, why didn't House do that? He could have used some sort of.
There's got to be something that we can pour on it or rip a hole in it with or something like that that'll make this stuff go away. Oh, let's see, where do I have that?
What the hell?
What the fuck is that?
I can't select it.
The waves of madness flowing from Anne.
I can't
Anne
select
lets
it.
out a small shriek. As she just kind of looks into the blob thing, alright, and contemplates for a moment, staring deep into the outer ranges, staring straight at the rocks. Alright, she will. Alright, alright, she's just gonna walk up, straight up. She's gonna pull Hausk away from the blob creature. She's gonna. What are you doing? Okay, we have to leave this thing alone.
I'm going to bless it, and I'm going to pour all 4 of my vials of holy water on it.
All right, no. Anne's gonna walk up. What are you doing? Stop that immediately. No.
I'm blessing it. I'm blessing it.
No. Do
To
not
give it a long, happy life.
Do not even touch this. Do not even go near. I don't trust any of you. We are going back up that hole before anything happens. We're done here. We are leaving.
Why?
We just have to, okay? You have to trust me.
I don't really, not a big fan of Anne plans. I mean, why is this one good?
We shouldn't do anything to harm this thing.
So
All
you
right,
can tell us what it is?
It is. I cannot say, but it's pretty. We should just leave.
So Zavi is
Something's
gonna
going down.
climb
So
up the rope and he's gonna start walking towards the 2-day travel up to Wriggles.
Yeah.
Say, fuck this
Whatever
shit.
this thing is,
Goddamn.
though, it's not harming anybody, so we should just leave.
But
Well,
it's
I mean,
harming
it's-
the plants.
It's harming everything around it because it's sucking up all the life everywhere.
It's just superficial. It's not actually doing that. Psh, don't you guys know anything?
I know that I saw some dead bodies. I killed a person.
There's a dead
There's a
cow.
plague.
Well, of course it can't be evil.
I think you've lost your mind, and
I mean, evil's
Are
completely
you
subjective.
saying that I've gone mad?
I think I know what's going on here. We're supposed to do the opposite of what Anne says.
Yes.
No, you are going to leave this thing alone.
Is Anne possessed?
Oh, somebody got protection from evil they can cast on her?
Do not.
look, it
She begins
sounded,
to climb onto the thing, and she just kind of clambers to the top of it.
well, this
No
doesn't seem
no one is touching this.
I'm pouring holy water on it. See what happens.
All right, he's gonna. He's
Or
gonna
just toss a
try-
vial at it.
All right, I need a roll house saving throw versus charm.
Versus charm.
She's charm monstering him. All right, that succeeds. He's got a saving throw.
Oh, from like a year ago?
Well, she's
No,
gonna.
You're doing it right now, right?
Okay,
oh,
so
she's
house.
casting Charm Monster. Okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah, Hausk. Yeah, so Anne straight up casts a spell on Hausk. He's like, "The fuck did you just do, Anne?" It's like, "Shit, no, it didn't work. Get away from this. Get away."
House, you might have to restrain her.
I'm starting to think that too. All right, think good dreams, Anne. We've got plenty of things to do. Betty bye, baby, and whatnot. As he begins to fly up to Anne. I think, yeah, no, Anne would straight up roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
You can just do some dual damage to her and knock her out.
Yeah.
I think I missed something when I went to let my dog out.
Basically, Anne tried to see what the thing inside the blob is thinking, and she had to do a madness check, which we're not supposed to know about.
She did a Vulcan mind melt and it went badly.
She started acting strange after doing the ESP, whatever.
Okay.
Did you ever see the original Star Trek? It's like when Spock mind melted with the infinitely intelligent creature.
No, I'm not a Trekkie.
So what's the rule for some dual damage on a spear?
Well, you can do saps. Like, there's no. They got rid of like subdual damage or whatever in combat tactics.
What did I roll for sap? Would look that up.
I mean, blunt damage isn't permanent. So if Rory was to beat the shit out of you,
So I guess
You
House
can't.
will just wrestle her.
Throw her down, I'll beat her up.
Oh man.
Oh,
No, I think House could straight. You know, House is just straight going to stab Anne. She'll get back up eventually.
all
That
right.
hits for 22. And
Sure.
then
Yeah.
can he pull his punches and do like a half damage here?
You can always pull your strength.
Okay.
bonuses.
So I'll pull myself down to 10. So -7 from that.
Yep.
18 damage. 18 plus 22. Yeah, no, she's like she's -8. Yeah, so everyone just sees House violently stab Anne in the chest twice.
damn, dude! I just meant knock her out. Shit, don't kill her.
And I guess you guys start to see Grim casting a spell as well.
Yeah, Oexel will just kind of fly over here and peck at Hausk, and then Hausk will just grab him, too. Because that shit's gone bonkers. And he'll tie her up in her own chains and leave her over here as she regenerates.
Yep.
Rune's casting a spell.
Yeah.
What you casting, dude?
Can't talk, I'm casting.
Yeah. That is true. So unless anybody stops him, the spell goes off. Yeah. Okay, so the spell goes off, and it doesn't seem to have any kind of effect.
Oh well, worth a try.
What'd you do?
Oh, I tried the only spell in my repertoire. Don't worry, it had no effect.
The only spell in your repertoire, you say?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not a good guy, you say?
I never ever said I was a bad guy. I'm a good guy.
Oh, yes. Never mind. I've made my...
I hunt undead for a living. What do you think I do? What do you think I am?
Turn undead.
I could try it, but I don't recognize this particular undead. I don't think. Try necrology. See if I recognize it as anything I've ever seen before in my entire life, or heard of, or read about.
Oh, you said necrology.
No.
I thought you said gynecology, and I was like, what?
That's not even remotely similar.
What can I say?
I mean...
That's necrology during the weekdays, gynecology at night.
That's just gross.
Really?
Necrophilia. Ugh.
So it has to be undead vaginas, is what you're saying. So, I guess, I don't know what to do now.
Well, we can take a nap in here and see if it does the alien thing and pops out and starts trying to suck our soul out or something. Do we notice anything happening to us since this thing's draining all the life in the area? Do we appear to be getting weaker?
No, not really. There's not any noticeable effects to you guys, no.
Anybody ever done any fishing in their life? This is me talking in character, by the way.
No.
You know that big giant beastie we killed upstairs?
Yes.
It had a hook chain, correct?
Yes.
Why don't we try to hook the thing out of it?
I mean, it's worth a shot.
How can we get the hook in?
The chain is magical. Maybe it'll have a different effect on this creature anyway.
And we should climb down the well, right, and see what's down there.
Fair, I don't think
Like,
this much down
Peregrine
the
will
well.
probably fit.
I don't really
To be
think
fair, the way I'm seeing it is that we.
Throw him in some slime, throw him down a shaft. Just throw him in.
To be fair, from what I've seen so far, we've already fought one amorphous blob upstairs. Maybe they're linked somehow. The chain is linked to this pile of green goo.
Bloop.
Make Paragon eat some of it. See what happens.
I don't know if I want to go that far.
Alright. I suppose... Yeah, Anne's gonna get back to her feet pretty soon. That's a thing.
Yeah, in a couple of rounds you'll wake up, yeah.
Should we tie her down? We got a 50-foot rope.
Anne already tied her up in her own chains. Or Hausk already did that.
Oh.
Yeah, Ban will wake up tied up in the chains, for sure.
Should we check out the well?
And did you talk to the creature?
Anne is sitting up right now, but she's not looking at you guys.
I wonder if Gravy could do anything to this. He's Anamorphous Blob himself, right?
Yeah, but he's like a blob of dirt. I guess he's different fundamentally, but yeah, I mean you could try beating on it.
I'm not sure I could get him to do that.
Polymorph it into a mouse.
Throw a
Done.
fish inside there.
You could always polymorph it into a mouse.
Can I have Lucky cast Reduce on the blob?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, so the blob would shrink by 90%. Well, no, not by 90%, by 50%. Be half size, like
Did
I said.
the thing inside shrink too, or is it like poking out now?
I guess you guys can faintly see a silhouette deep in there.
Could we dig into it at this point and maybe get to him now?
I don't really know. I don't know what's going wrong with Anne.
I'm gonna try and shoot an arrow directly at the very center.
Anne is gonna like scream out, "No, don't."
Do.
Do.
No, okay, she's pretty level. She's ready to level with you guys now. Shit, son of a bitch.
Wait, why is the blob smaller? What did I miss?
It got reduced.
By what?
By the
Spell
spell.
called reduced.
Opposite
I
of
see.
enlarge.
So would that reduce the size of the thing in it as well?
I think she just cast it on the blob.
Hmm.
Yeah, the lucky route made the blob smaller.
Can you make it 90% smaller again?
No, you can't stack that spell anyway. But
Well, we don't have the disintegrate spell.
All right, Anne is gonna be like, guys, I have had a vision by my god. All right, and he has told me, all right, that this is one of his greatest plans, and we have to leave this thing alone. All right, or we have to help this thing or whatnot. But right now, his plan is coming to fruition.
I don't understand.
Why
Welcome
didn't you
back.
tell the rest of us?
Oh yeah.
Because you guys aren't exactly the most rational of people, to be fair.
did you guys see Phil earlier? He straight knocked that bitch out.
Yeah. I
Dead people should not get up.
I suppose. Will you guys help me help this thing, or leave it alone? Or just
Well, I don't know.
not
It feels
mess with
like he
it.
wants to kill people. I'm against that, personally.
it is the way of my. If he so desires and he decides to kill people, he may kill. But it's always for entertain. You know what? Maybe I'm not in the right. And just kind of shuts up.
Does the holy water have any effect on it at all?
The holy water, no, just washes off it.
Does my arrow?
I mean, it sticks into it, but like all the previous attempts to
Please, you guys have to stop hurting this thing.
I was thinking that an arrow might be able to penetrate deeper.
He said.
I mean, it just. I mean, yeah, sure. It
That's
penetrates.
the word you choose.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it does penetrate deeper, but I mean, it just heals over and it sucks the
Guys,
arrow in.
You have to stop, please.
I don't particularly want to help anything that's killing all the plant and animal life.
I'm going to lean on my maul at this point, and I'm going to look around and say, well, if we If it's gonna do something, let's wait for it to do something before we try and kill it.
I'm gonna take out my +2 flail and wail on it for a little while, see if it has any effect at all.
You guys, like,
Stop!
9 people were wailing on it for like 10 minutes, and it wasn't enough. So.
Why don't we check out the well and stuff if we run out of stuff to do?
How heavy does it look like? Does it look like if we all combined our strength, we might be able to pull it off or whatever it's on top of?
I think it's more inside rather than on top of.
And it's like a goo. I don't think you can like pick it up in one thing.
Yeah, like maybe we could pull it apart.
Well, you know, as Anne says, it's going to do something anyway, so we might as well just wait, have a bit of lunch.
Can we send this goop into the portal?
And ruin our demi-plane.
Let him battle it out with the demon that's in there.
I was on board before you said let it battle out. So no, we're not doing that now.
Whatever the fuck this thing is. Well, I'm ready to do something else, whatever we do.
So we might just have to leave it here until we figure out what to do with it. Consult a sage or something. Either that or memorize some new spells and try giving it a whack.
I think violence isn't solving the problem in this particular case. Every time we hit it, it just heals.
Maybe we just all wish it away, like a wart.
Well, maybe, but I genuinely think if we just leave it, it's going to do what it's going to do.
I agree
And
with
if
I
it
agree
gives
I
birth-
agree with Gwyn.
If it actually spews something out, then we can kill it.
No, no, no,
doesn't?
no, that's where I disagree.
We don't.
That's where I disagree.
You know, and shut
right
the fuck
now,
up.
because right now all we're doing is hitting it and hitting it and hitting it, and nothing is happening. So somebody give it a hug. See what happens.
I suppose that would be all right. I
Phil,
suppose.
can you punch her again?
Yeah. I never punched her before.
All right, and disappears.
I'm gonna punch where she was.
Yeah, she moved. She's now invisible. Oh, excellent, tighter.
He was tied up though.
Yeah, Oexel is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Anne and Oexel are now invisible. And you guys can do as you will.
There we go. Invisible.
Invisibility.
I'm ready to move on towards Wriggles.
Sounds like a plan, because we can't figure out what to do with this thing.
Yeah.
Question is, will Anne come with us, or she's going to stay here with it, with her new baby?
I get the feeling Anne is going to be living here till whatever happens, happens. I'd say we just throw out our bedrolls, have a spot of lunch, and see what happens.
But like the well there.
We already looked down the well. There was nothing down there. Just empty.
You can't really tell. And the hooks and stuff, the magical properties of it, might have something to do with it. I mean, did we properly look through the house? There's no
In the
point just
house,
sitting
anyway.
here doing nothing.
Well, you never know. Some of the best things happen when you do nothing. But I'll do whatever the party wants to do, to be fair. I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm out of ideas unless somebody else has one.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be, closing up the session here soonish. What do you think?
Do we want to go back up top to camp and relearn spells and stuff like that?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, or you could continue on your way to Wriggles, come back and see this thing later.
Well, we're on our way to Wiggles for anyway.
to
I
get
don't
a
remember.
certain spell. Yeah, he's also knowledgeable on certain things.
I suppose he might know what to do about this.
How far away is this Wriggles?
About 2 days.
We could come back here in 2 days and there could be nothing here.
Well, it would be 4 days. 2 days there, 2 days back.
Well, exactly. That's a 4-day round trip. We could return and nothing could be happening, and we could end up with hordes of undead running across this land. We don't know what the powers of this thing is. I'm hesitant to leave it behind.
Alright, then let's hang out. In this dead field.
Well, the house upstairs.
I'm cool with hanging out inside the house. Maybe that little magic circle will protect us from whatever's in the blob.
Hasn't it already been dispelled?
I don't know.
Yes.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. All of a sudden, Grim turns towards the giant ball of amorphous goo and starts to cast another spell. And all of a sudden, he reels back away from the ball, raising his hand to his head and just sort of yelling out in pain. And collapses to the floor.
Well, that's a good sign.
What's up with that guy?
After a few minutes, he gets back up and he looks to the party quite clearly in the face and says, "You guys can go if you wish, but I am not. Within that ball is a creature of immense evil. I can feel it, just sitting there waiting. So you guys can go and see your Fiddles or your Wriggles or whoever it is, but I'm staying here and I'm going to fight this thing when it comes out."
Alright, well, I'm gonna go take a nap inside the farm house.
Yeah, I think I'd do that as well. But we'll have to have a watch because there's undead things coming. Probably.
Yeah.
I call
Or
the
more
bed.
scarecrows.
Shit. Alright then, I'll take the sofa.
So I guess house helps everybody up or something, one at a time.
Yeah, he will just use his immense strength to. He's gonna stay. I don't know. I don't know what he'd do. He's torn between trying to help Anne and then staying with the party.
Kiana's gonna stay.
Oh, sorry, what was that you cut out?
Kiana's going to stay down here.
As am I.
'Cause whatever this is killing all the plant life.
Yeah.
I'm going to set up a fire.
And I suppose after a while it returns back to its full size. As the reduce ends.
I think it's
But yeah, I
just
mean,
Lavos.
those of you that are staying in the cave, put yourself where you would be in the cave if you're spending the night. Those of you that are staying elsewhere, feel free to move yourself elsewhere, as Savvy has done.
Yeah, I think.
And Phil.
I think my two characters are going to go up to the farmhouse too.
All right, and I suppose we'll wrap things up there.
Well, it was nice to meet you all.
Yeah.
Good meeting you.
Yeah.
See you
It's good
next
to have
week,
you.
guys.
Yeah. Have a good week. Any XP?
Yeah. So we'll wrap things up here, and I'll probably do XP next week if that's okay, because it's like nearly midnight. I just felt like I didn't want to interrupt you guys.
Okay.
Seemed quite engrossed. So.
I must admit, it was quite entertaining at times.
Yeah.
All right.
So no spell has